Good morning, everybody. Happy Motivation Monday. This is Monday, November 25th. We are really pretty much right at that halfway point here in open enrollment. So really trying to check in with you. This is Trainer Nick. It's been a few weeks since I've gotten to do Motivation Monday with you guys, so I'm excited to be back here. With it being the middle of open enrollment here, I kind of wanted to gear this one around kind of self-care and making sure that we're taking time for ourselves and our families during this holiday season in the midst of the craziness of the work that we have to do here in open enrollment, right? So the quote this week is, "The only person who can pull me down is myself." And I'm not going to let myself pull me down anymore, right? It's that mental battle of sales, and then not only sales, but open enrollment and the madness that is, and trying to make sure that we get all of our customers taken care of, and then still take care of ourselves and our families, okay? So let's get started here, guys, for Motivation Monday. All right, so this week we're going over a couple tips of the week. The sales shout outs to our sales leaders. Going to go over incorporating self-care into our flow, and then the survey at the end of it here. So first thing, guys, happy Thanksgiving this Thursday. Make sure that you guys really are taking time to hang out with your families, to recharge, and then to eat, obviously. That's our favorite thing with it. So happy Thanksgiving, guys, from the AHCP family here, from the NatGen family, and to all of your families, guys. We mean that. If you didn't get the email earlier this week, there are Medicare leads that are available now in that NatGen lead portal through Lead Cloud, so you can look for those. It's also integrated into our Quote It. So make sure that you're aware of that and that you're playing with that, pulling those leads, everything like that. Again, this email just went out earlier this week. So if Medicare is your space, obviously we only have just over another week left in that. So we want to get those sales across the finish line there. Our sales leaders for last week. So NatGen is just running rampant right now. It looks like ever since the new short terms came out a couple months ago, it just really is a great product. Our customers are loving it. So looks like NatGen had the best short term, best limited med with Foundation Health. Plan Enhancer came through as the top sold accident, and then NatGen's critical illness also. So it looks like we're using a lot of the supplements there. Golden Rule is staying strong with our preferred dental right now. So it looks like we definitely like the UHC Golden Rule product there for dental. For the top sales leaders this week, Bill Cox, great job, broke 100K. Katia Santamaria and Jacob Gordon. So great job, guys. Some names I see a lot there. Great job on the short-term sales. Limited Med, we have Dominic Madonna and Taylor Shanaway. So great job there, guys, with Limited Med. And then Accident. Bill Cox obviously having a strong portfolio there with some short-term and making sure to couple that with accident plans. Very easy to do. And Scott Webb, great job. So great job this week, guys. So with that, we'll jump into incorporating self-care and the importance in self-care, right? Why is this important in our work and in our life, right? So first thing is it's really important to have that healthy work-life balance, right? And that's the number one thing in self-care. And it's so hard to remember during open enrollment sometimes when we're working 12-hour days. You've got customers around the clock that need help, and obviously this is how you make your money. So really, it's how do we find that balance? If I still have to service my clients, I still need to put food on the table for my family, but how do I also make sure that I'm taking care of myself? That'll help remove some of that stress, some anxiety that can come with that. When you can get depleted in that. So really important, and we'll dive into kind of how to do some of that. Another big thing when you're aware of self-care and when you're making sure to utilize self-care and practice it, it's going to produce positive feelings. And we all know positivity is one of the biggest things surrounding sales, right? And getting your sale. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy in our heads. And so how do we encourage this positive headspace that's going to it's going to flow into our calls, right? Our customers are going to hear it, and that's going to go lead to more sales. And so by practicing self-care, we in general should have just a more positive energy with us that really should come into our sales. And then the biggest thing, guys, self-care also means taking care of self. So taking care of our body, right? Not just relaxing your mind, right? But also relaxing your body. And part of that's eating, part of that's exercising, or some way of stress relief, right? So that we can have better self-esteem, better self-image, and then also better confidence, which will in turn impact our phone calls, where we're more confident in what we're selling, what we are providing for our customers. So that we can earn that paycheck that we earn, you know? So to dive into that a little bit, the first thing is caring for your individual health, right? And how do we do that? The number one thing is sleep, guys. I don't care how hard you're working, right? And I love people that work their tail off. Make sure that sleep is a priority for you guys, okay? There's so many statistics around this, and it's not a badge of honor. I can run off of 3 hours of sleep. I can run off of 4 hours of sleep. That's all well and good. Statistics far prove that the more sleep we get, closer to that 7-hour time frame, there's so many benefits to it, as far as stress, as far as just being able to have a positive outlook on the day and everything. So number one, everything with self-care is around making sure that you're getting a good amount of sleep every night. Incorporating exercise actually can help with that sleep, right? It can, by making sure that our body is staying healthy every day, and whether you're waking up with exercise or you're doing it in the middle of the day, end of the day, whether it's a 20-minute jog, right? Or even start with a 15 to 20-minute walk if that's too much to get going. The easy way I did it, I just started with some push-ups in the morning, and I started with 15, and then it grew to 25, and then, as you grow, just something like that, but get your blood going in the morning. Also gets rid of some energy. It's also a good way to stretch, which promotes blood flow, everything like that. So it's good to start your day or end your day, but to use exercise, it also helps your body sleep when you are getting that energy out. And then, this is kind of that no-brainer for your health, but eating right, right? There's a ton of different ways to eat right, but be careful with what you're putting in your body and the amounts of which we are putting stuff into the body, right? And so you do want that caffeine, but is coffee, are we having that every day? Maybe mix up tea, different ways that you can look at that. Be careful with how much grease that we're having. It can weigh you down, and also the amount of sugars that you're having. Care for your mind, guys. So important here, right? This is the big part of self-care that I think people don't get right often. And it starts with saying no more, right? You can't please everybody, and you're never going to please everybody, right? So be confident in being able to say no a little bit more when you need a breather. You know you better than anybody else. Be able to kind of pull back and say, you know what? I'm going to take this Sunday morning and just relax and do me. Whatever that is. If that's going to the beach, if that's going on a walk, if that's going out to a restaurant and having a couple drinks, whatever it is, but find what that is. For your business and for your life, get more organized, right? Now, This removes stress in our life, right? Getting organized. So make sure that you're planning your day. What does it look like? When do you get off today? So you can have an idea of when you're going to be able to breathe. Set yourself breaks, a lunch break, a time out where you can get away for a second, right? And that kind of goes right into it, to giving yourself a break, right? Oftentimes when we're organizing our own life, we're setting all of our tasks to do for the day, and the first task we forget to do is give ourselves a breather. I love just going out in nature for a second. So even if you work in an office building or if you work from home, just walk outside, get some vitamin D for 10 to 15 minutes, stare at a tree, stare at some grass, but something to kind of reset and to breathe. That's kind of that meditation of self, right? So oftentimes we think of meditation as being this, little 30-second or a minute, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just going out into the sun and into nature and getting your mind off of whatever it was, reset for 30 seconds or a minute. So that one's huge, guys. And then a huge part of self-care is caring for those around us, right? Caring for others and how to use others in our self-care, right? So important, and often forgotten. And this is really big here for this Thanksgiving week, right? And then we've got Christmas here, and so incorporating family. And so the first thing, guys, this is big on self-care, and that is schedule a trip. And I don't know if that needs to be right now, but especially for open enrollment, I know plenty of brokers that plan a vacation for themselves right before open enrollment starts, right? They know it's about to get crazy, so reward yourself beforehand. Give yourself that mental reset, right? Now, if you didn't do that, maybe either do one at the halfway point, get a mental reset, or do it after open enrollment is over to celebrate you, right? But you need to schedule a trip, get away, experience a new culture. If you got family, take your family with you or your friends with you, just a way to recharge, right? Now, this one's great, and I put schedule playtime with pets. Now, if you don't have pets, one cool thing to do is get out and volunteer, and maybe volunteer with an adoption center or something like that, where you can be around animals. Actually, you hear mine going in the background right now. That's Sunny, ironically enough, right during that section. How funny. So, schedule playtime with animals. There's, especially dogs, there's all kinds of science around how they can remove stress from our lives, just petting them, just their energy. And so that's also a good way that you can reset from some of the madness. But volunteering also helps if you don't have animals, or even if you do, and being able to volunteer helps promote that good energy, that positive energy. So you're putting good energy out into the world, and it comes back around to you, and it gives an opportunity for you to share your business while helping others, and if you can, helping animals, which help you reset. And then the biggest thing, guys, is scheduling time for family and friends, right? I've seen so many brokers burn out during open enrollment, right? You're just down on the grind, just head pedal to the metal, head down, and you're working. And I love that, because that's really what we do in this job, right, during this time of year. But make sure that we're not forgetting about our friends and family. Make sure that our family is not taking a backseat fully to this job. We still have to remember that this is the holidays, guys. This is Thanksgiving coming up this week, so be thankful for your family. Let them know that you're thankful for them and their support during this time, but make sure that you're scheduling time with them, okay? And I'm going to jump into some final thoughts. These are 10 things that, just a quick list I found that I really liked. So some quick little ways that we can incorporate some of the things we talked about. Go for a run or a light jog. If you can do that once a day, that's so healthy, but 3 to 5 days a week is so good. Just something to get yourself out there. Meditate or go do deep breathing for 5 minutes, right? Take a break when you need it. Choose who you're spending your time with. Spend time with those positive energies. None of that draining energy, especially during this work time when work can be draining enough. Make sure you're finding moments to laugh. I love this one, right? whether that's people that are bringing that to you, making fun of yourself, or just finding some comedian to watch for 10 minutes online that can help you reset. Try to eat a green daily. We're not getting any younger, guys, so make sure that we're taking care of ourselves there. Avoid emotional eating, whether it's stress, whether it's sadness, depression, anger. Stay away from that. The starting a journal can also be used to kind of just taking count of our lives and what we're doing today and setting the schedule. So that can be used kind of both ways. Again, remember to say no. If you got to learn when and set your boundaries, and then stop overthinking, guys. So much you can worry about tomorrow. Honey, calm down. Thank you. We can worry about tomorrow so often and not worry about today, and just, is that even going to happen? That potential possibility. We might be worried about something's going to happen in January, and it's a 50-50 chance if it even happens. We need to be worried about today and handling today and what's in front of us. All right, guys, since Sunny is going crazy here, I just want to close it out. Thank you so much for listening. Again, this is Trainer Nick. I've missed you guys. Been a couple weeks there. Happy Thanksgiving, guys, and happy holidays. Really make sure to take time for you and your family and your puppies, like Sunny. If you have any questions, email training@ahcpsales.com. You can also call agency services at 877-228-8773. I look forward to the next training here, guys. And again, happy Thanksgiving. You take care.